Morning, friends. It's a crisp, cool morning close to Truckee, California, and we're going to be doing a little bit of peak bagging today. Today, I'm going to be hiking solo to celebrate my birthday. Donner Peak, Mount Judah, Anderson Peak, and perhaps Lincoln Peak. We'll see how it feels when I get up there, but we're supposed to be doing about 13.5 miles today. It should be a great hike. Got a nice early start. It's a little cold, a good fall morning for a great hike. So, let's go and see those mountains, shall we? Alrighty, friends. So we just turned off of the Pacific Crest Trail and turned onto the Judah Loop, which will take us up Donner and up Mount Judah. It'll form a loop to get back to the spot behind me, but the top end of the loop also connects to some ridgeline trails that'll connect to more peaks. So by the time I get up to Donner and up to Judah, then I'll be able to make a call if I feel like just taking the loop all the way back around, because I'm not really feeling a bunch of miles today, or continuing on up the hill. Alrighty, friends, so behind me right here is Castle Peak, and we actually climbed that earlier this summer with a couple of my former roommates, and it's a really good time, really good hike. If you want to check out what that adventure is all about, click right up there. And yeah, it was a great hike, and hopefully today will be just as awesome, but with like 4 peaks instead of just 1. Let's keep on heading down the trail. There's just something special about walking around through the woods first thing in the morning, taking it all in and seeing the light from the sun filter through the trees, all beautifully like. If you're enjoying it too, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below so you can see some more content just like this. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I'd love to provide some answers. Also, if you're curious as to what equipment I'm using, I'll leave a link to a lighter pack, which is a website that lets you categorize, measure out your gear, all that. If you follow that link, that'll take you to my day pack kit, and it'll give you some good ideas as to the weight of various items, maybe some products you might want to throw in your day pack. And if you use the Amazon links that are associated with those products, it'll help support Trail Time, which obviously I'd appreciate a bunch. So go ahead and check that out, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Alrighty, friends, took the Judah Loop Trail to get up here. Now we're gonna go and summit Donner, which is right over there, and we'll continue on this way to get to our next peak. So you might have heard of Donner Peak before. It's from the Donner Party, which is back in the pioneer days, some folks that tried to come up and over the pass between that mountain and this mountain. They thought it was a nice shortcut from Reno into Nevada City, but they mistook it for a pass that's over that way, I believe. That's a lot lower elevation. They ended up getting stranded for the whole winter up here, and they ended up having to cannibalize some of one another, which is kind of grisly. But that's all just to say, this whole area is steeped in history. The California National Historic Trail also passes through here. The Pacific Crest Trail passes through here. And if you look close enough around you'll see evidence of the old 1849er mining days. Different weird little washed out banks and stuff where they were hydro mining. It's these forests, although they seem that they've just been standing here for all of eternity, they've changed a lot. Just it takes a couple of human lifetimes in order for that change to happen. So since the 1850s, this whole landscape up here has changed a lot. A lot of the really big trees have been cut down. There's been a lot less fire through the area, which we talked about in last week's video. And it's all very, very interesting because it's so well hidden. But if you know what you're looking for, there's a lot to see out here. Now, I'm gonna continue onto the Mount Judah Loop. This way. Looks like we're about to be getting closer to tree line. There are like weird little pockets of trees. But then on the fringes, as I'll show you in a minute here, the branches are getting all kinds of screwed up by the wind. So you can tell up this high, there's not a lot slowing that wind down, and that has a visible effect on a lot of the plant life that call this place home. Tell the wind's pushing this way pretty prevailingly. That's why it has this little curve coming up from it, as well as the steepness of the hill, obviously. Both those kind of work in tandem, but as you can see up here, pretty much all of these trees have that lean to them. But here's what's just uphill from them. Whole lot of nothing. So the wind is just whipping through here unimpeded. And as you can see, it really has a pretty drastic effect on these trees. In timber cruising at my day job, we'd call this pistol butt. This kind of looks like a pistol grip, how it comes up off the ground. And because when you cut that down, then that thing is gonna kick. As you could probably understand with it falling this way or something, it'd kick up and roll around and stuff. It's called pistol butt. It always makes me giggle a little bit when I say it though. It's a beautiful day on the back of a mountain. Just about, I think, 5 more miles this way to go. I think this is Mount Judah we're about to summit. I'm gonna check my map. All right, friends, made it on top of Mount Judah. Have an absolutely amazing view of Castle Peak over there, Donner Peak over there, Lincoln Peak over there with the chairlift going to the top. That's on the route. I'm not sure I'm gonna do it though, just because it looks kind of developed, not really my thing. And then over yonder, across this whole ridge line, that's what we're about to hike over there, is Anderson Peak. And that's gonna be the turnaround point for today. So we're about to walk all this juicy ridge line. I'm so excited. We're actually right on the boundary of the ski area. So if you see any of these orange little poles and signs up here, it's just telling you if you go that way, they're not coming looking for you, so don't go that way. But the look around here, let's give you a little scenery. It's just stunning. The Benson Hut is named after John P. Benson Jr., a Sierra Club member and avid skier who was killed in action in Italy during World War II. The hut was constructed between the years 1947 and 1949 by friends and members of the Sierra Club. It took over 700 man-days over 3 summers to complete the project due to the remoteness of the building site. Today, a spot at the hut can be reserved free of charge. It remains open to the public, even if the snow is so high that you have to crawl in the second floor window. Pretty crazy. Didn't have no idea that there was a hut up here, and especially not that it was managed by the Sierra Club. That's really neat. So my map was a little misleading. That's Anderson Peak all the way up there. There's not really a good trail to get up to it. I'm not looking to make one. My legs are a little bit tired. Done about 6.5 miles, 7 miles now, so legs are getting a little winded, but it's been a great hike. It's crazy, the front yard of this little cabin, like, check out the view that they have. Just beautiful. All right, friends, so the next plan then is to take a bit of a lunch break and then start the hike back to the car. It's only 11:30, so we actually made some pretty good time getting up here, and the way back should be primarily downhill, so the work's pretty much done. Now I just got to take in some more of these epic views. Hope you guys have been enjoying it as much as I have. Now we're back on the main trail. Got to go on the other side of that mountain or yonder, just past the right of it and then down a mountain, and that's where the car is. It looks kind of short, but I think it's going to be around 6 or 7 miles, so it should be a cruiser though. Only one little uphill section that's really gradual right at the base of that mountain you see over there. So friends, I'm now hustling off the mountain a little bit. As you can see over there, there's kind of some gray haze blowing in. There are still some raging wildfires here in California, and I guess the smoke's blowing in. Just California things. All right, friends, this is actually a really cool vantage point. So the first one that we summited today is that one. That's Donner. And then there's Judah here. And we walked this whole little spine up and over this ridge to Anderson Peak. And all the way in the distance behind Mount Judah there, that's Castle Peak, which we climbed a few months ago. So it kind of is a good little visual of the peaks I've managed to get while I've been up here in California. So it's kind of cool. As you can see, the smoke's really blown in now. It's unfortunate. I think I still have 4 miles left. So let's get to it. As I sauntered my way down the ridgeline, I began reflecting on what this last year taught me and how I've changed. I thought about my time volunteering with the Arizona Trail Association, my time working with the American Conservation Experience, and all of the crazy adventures we've had here on Trail Time. I'm so grateful for all of the amazing people I got to know, the land I got a deeper connection to, and everything I learned being far away from anything or anyone that was familiar for these last 6 months. My 24th year was one spent in service of Mother Earth and connecting to those who share this common goal. The friendship, inspiration, hard work, and beauty I had the chance to experience this year of my life is not something I'll soon forget. Now I just want to take an opportunity to say thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please consider hitting that like button down below, as it'll tell the YouTube algorithm that you appreciate my work and it'll show it to some more people. Also, if you really want to stick around for some more outdoor content just like this, please drop a subscribe down below. We're getting super close to 1,000 subscribers and it would mean the world to me if you'd help me get there. Also, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, all of the equipment that I used is going to be in a lighter pack link down in the video description. Definitely go and check that out. Do some of your shopping with those Amazon links because those are going to help support Trail Time. Help me do some of these crazy adventures. It'll definitely help with gas money. So, thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Stay groovy.